Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to the introduction spoiler video for multiplayer game number 36. This is going to be a short video where I will summarize the game so you can decide if you want to see the actual game or do you want to see the specific parts. The actual game is on the second position of the playlist, so if you do not want to know how the game will end or what the game is about, stop watching right now in here and go to the second position of the playlist. So again, spoiler alert, and let's get to the game. This is going to be a free-for-all 6-player game played with no quitters. No quitters is a Steam group with pretty much cool players that just want to play Civ and have fun without people quitting on them. Together in this game, we've got NQShumi16 playing as Egypt, Dohead playing as Japan, Cruz playing as Germany, me playing as Ottomans, NQ Prosperous playing as Maya, and Phil1465 playing as Mongolia. This is Pangea 6-player map with city-states, without Asian ruins, and I believe with raging barbarians. My starting location did not look that good. I decided to go tradition. Now, I'm not a huge fan and expert in tradition game, but I did decide to go with tradition. I planted two cities pretty quickly, hoping for the National College and hoping for Petra, and as it turned out, Enkishumi was very close to me. I was really hoping to get Petra. I did, after all, I did two city, going into National College and going for Petra, but sadly I did miss Petra and it went to Maya, same as Desert Pantheon, so Hanging Gardens I believe too. So Maya was just getting that crazy extra Petra Hanging Gardens Desert Fate start, which was not looking good for everyone else in the game. I added two more cities and I was trying to get Great Wall, though I failed miserably, and because I was afraid of Egypt, I went for crossbows first before universities. Things started to look pretty bad. Maya started to kill Mongolia, and my closest neighbor, Egypt, was just going crazy ahead with population and science. He had very sweet jungle land. Well, he was just starting to kill me in science. I decided to work on a city-state close to me, which I did take, but that didn't help me that much. Enki Prosperous finished off Mongolia. Germany did try to help him out, though that did not work that well. I managed to get Chichen Itza and started to work towards, well, slowly getting to artillery, but Egypt, my closest neighbor, was just getting so much ahead. He had crazy amount of gold and it looked like he had a huge science. After the game I did see a print screen from Enkishumi, and on turn 110 I was at 125 science and he was like around 200 and going towards observatory, so he was hugely ahead, though I didn't know that it was such a huge number when I was playing the game. There was some diplomacy action. It was hard to decide who was the greater threat, so well, after the game I realized it was pretty bad choice, but at the moment I choose that Egypt is the closest and the biggest threat because she was getting close to artillery. So Germany and Maya, I actually helped them convince, so they stopped fighting and we were planning to attack Egypt, though he got artilleries, and well, that attack didn't do that much and I was pretty far away from artillery still. Attack on Egypt did not work well. Maya and Germany couldn't do much, same went for me. I just couldn't break with crossbows and other units against artilleries, so I had to wait for artilleries, and when I finally got them, Maya and Germany were in a pretty bad shape, so I was left alone against Egypt. I did manage to get Egypt's capital, but he retook it pretty quickly and started to push me back, especially with his superior science. I didn't accept peace from him, which was a pretty darn big mistake because, well, Enki Prosperous just manipulated me greatly. As it turned out, he was all the time first in technology, so he basically used me to slow down Egypt, which worked pretty well. Now, Shumi didn't want to make peace after my first peace rejection, so I was pretty much in trouble, and Maya was just getting crazy ahead. When I was getting rifling, he was already at research labs. Well, situation started to look very bad for me. I was behind with technology greatly when I was getting great infantry, great war infantry, and Kyushu had already bombers and tanks, so I was just desperately defending, and at the same time, Enki Prosperous with Maya was slowly making roads and preparing to attack me, especially that he had infantry for ages now, so this was starting to look pretty bad. I was desperately defending, but things was just going down the slope. Was losing quite a lot of army, couldn't replace them fast enough, and soon a huge Mayan army came to my west border, so I was surrounded. Though Shumi did not use his full military potential to kill me right away. Probably he could, so I focused mostly on killing Maya, but still, some bombing from Enkyushumi cost me quite a lot of units. For a second there, I thought that I will be able to defend, but, well, Maya did plant a frontal city in the spot where the city I raised were, and he used great generals to steal my citadels and to plant a citadel on top of my capital. So, though I was slowly getting planes and bombers, I just couldn't withstand that, and I lost my capital pretty quickly, and Enkishumi came from the north. Well, after that, well, I did already lose, but Enkishumi decided to concede to Enki Prosperous. Enki Prosperous, great game, mate. You did diplomacy wise great. You manipulated me very well. Though, in all honesty, with my spot, with the closest neighbor with his land, Egypt, I probably couldn't do much anyways, but your diplomacy skills in this game was just great. So thank you very much for the game, everyone. GG, and I invite you to watch the actual game that is on the second position of the playlist. Thank you very much for listening. Best wishes. Yours out.